New York, late 70s. The city is loud, hungry, tagged. And on the walls, like a dare, like a joke, like a prophecy, four letters show up with a little copyright symbol. SAMO, copyright. Short phrases, sharp phrases, like street haiku with teeth. Not a mural, not a masterpiece, yet. A message, a signal flare from a kid who's about to turn the whole art world into a pressure cooker. Jean-Michel Basquiat, the poet in paint. Welcome to Art Happens, the divine mess of art history, presented by J-Squared Atelier. I'm James William Moore, and this is Artist Snapshot, where we grab one artist, one life, one lightning bolt of a moment, and see what it did to the art world. Today, Basquiat, a kid from the city who painted like a DJ sampling history. Looping anatomy, jazz, crowns, cops, saints, skulls, headlines, and heartbreak, until the canvas felt like the street itself. Basquiat comes up in downtown Manhattan at the exact moment the city is basically an open-air laboratory. Punk, hip-hop, clubs, graffiti, galleries, everything bleeding into everything. And SAMO, copyright, is the spark, a tag used around 1978 to 1990 and originally tied to Basquiat and collaborator El Diaz, with those cryptic, satirical slogan lines that feel like advertising turned inside out. SAMO is not just look at me, it's look at this. Look at the art world, look at the consumer world, look at the same old promises. Then, classic Basquiat, he kills the character off on the street. SAMO is dead because he's already moving, already leveling up, already dragging the street onto the canvas without losing the street's bite. Here's the thing. Basquiat doesn't illustrate. He samples. He paints like a producer. Words become percussion. Crossouts become emphasis. Repetition becomes rhythm. Mistakes become features. And his symbols? They're not decoration. They're arguments. The crown. Not royalty like fancy. Royalty like earned, like claimed, like I was here and you will not erase me. The skulls, not spooky, human, fragile, loud, like an x-ray of the city's nervous system. Anatomy, body as map. A reminder that history isn't abstract. History happens to people. Early 80s, the downtown scene starts getting discovered. Basquiat goes from the street to serious exhibitions fast, a major milestone. His first New York solo show at Annina Nosei Gallery, March 6th to April 1st, 1982. And 1982 becomes one of those mythic years when the work feels like it's coming out at the speed of thought. Then the machine turns on. Dealers, collectors, headlines, parties, pressure. A perfect snapshot of that collision is the famous 1985 New York Times Magazine cover. Basquiat in an Armani suit, paint splattered, barefoot, under the headline, "New Art, New Money." That image is basically the whole story in one frame. Genius meets marketing. Art meets money. Artist meets brand. And here's the hard edge. Basquiat is celebrated, but also watched, consumed, mythologized, and boxed in. The art world loves a downtown miracle, until it starts treating the miracle like a product. Basquiat's work keeps pushing into what people don't want to sit with: race, power, policing, erasure. The way a body moves through a city when the city doesn't treat you the same. One of the most direct, gut punch pieces is Defacement, the Death of Michael Stewart, 1983. A response to the death of a young black artist after being detained and beaten by transit police. The story around that work and why it mattered still lands like a bruise you can't ignore. This is where Basquiat stops being cool graffiti kid who made it and becomes what he really is: an artist using visual language to document a pressure system. Basquiat dies in 1988 at the age of 27 from a drug overdose. And after that, something strange happens. The work keeps growing. The legend inflates. The market goes feral. In 2011, a Basquiat painting sold for $110.5 million at Sotheby's. One of those headline moments that tells you the art world still runs on shock and status. But here's what I don't want lost in the numbers. Basquiat matters without the price tag, because he painted like the city talks: layered, interrupted, brilliant, brutal. A poem made out of noise. Basquiat didn't just paint the city, he made the city speak. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. This has been Art Happens, the divine mess of art history, presented by J-Squared Atelier. I'm James William Moore, and if you want the artist interviews and creative process deep dives, go check out our sister show, Lattes and Art. Subscribe, follow, and I'll catch you in the next episode.